6. Skyhawks are on the board. 41-37, 4:25 to go here. The Kindred Vikings will work it down low, and now there's slam dunk and one. How about that? A slam dunk by Gavin Keller, and he got fouled on the two-handed throwdown. 5:07 and counting in the shotgun, looking to pass near side, going for Jamal Spy, and he got it! A 24-yard touchdown connection from Clemens to Spy. Brings up Kenzie McKinnon and put your outfielders in left and left center because that one's going to left field and that's gone. That is a two-run shot for Kenzie McKinnon. And it's 3-0 Central Cass as the Squirrels will come out to home plate and wait for McKinnon to come across home. That one was gone the moment it hit the bat. Shot from the point, Bree Adams, lowering hard, and it's in! Off the stick of Sydney Kamstrup, and the Cougars are on the board. Dahl will drop back to pass again. This one's over the middle and intercepted by Gunnar Broughton. At the 40, at the 30, at the 25-20, and he has a man to beat. Cuts inside, 10-5, touchdown, Gunnar Broughton on the pick 6. And the Vikings now lead 35-0. All right, welcome. We're here at Kindred High School now. We were up at Northern Cass about 3 hours ago, and here we are for broadcast number 2 of the day. This one featuring the Kindred Vikings hosting the Oak Grove Grovers. The Vikings out warming up on the court right now, and I'm having some issues with my headphones here. Hang on 1 second. All right, there we go. Now it's working. So thank you for bearing with me on that one. Once again, we are here at we were at Northern Cass. Now we're at Kindred for our second volleyball match of the day, featuring the Vikings and the Grovers. And well, let's go ahead and take a timeout. We have about 10 minutes before we get ready for the first serve and the opening announcements and all that good stuff. So we'll be back in a moment here on the Andy Sports Channel.
Magnitude Sports Media Network is your home for all types of sports programming in a 3-state region. Over 500 previous games are available right now on demand. Since 2017, we've brought you an average of 275 games a year, including junior varsity and varsity matchups across 8 different sports. Now we're on pace for the same amount of games this year. It's a whole lot of sports, and it's all right here, where North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota teams play. This is the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
The Rainbow Shop, a Parable Christian store, is like. All right, welcome back. All right, welcome back once again as we're about 10 minutes away. Let's go ahead and take a look at the team profiles. Now, we didn't have a chance to get the on-screen graphics for this one ready, so we're just going to do it while we keep the camera on the players warming up there. We'll start with the visitors as we normally do, the Oak Grove Grovers. They are overall 17-5. They're 8-0, undefeated against Region 1 opponents. They're 6-4 in the last 10 matches, 4-1 on the road, 4-0 at home. They started the season with a nice win over Hillsborough Central Valley, 3-0, and then another 3-0 win over Sargent Central. Then they would go to the Northern Cass tournament, sweep through pool play with 2-0 victories over Midway Minto, Sargent Central, and Lemoore Litchfield Marion. And then the championship bracket would be a 2-0 win over Richland, a 2-1 win over the Langdon area Edmore Muna Cardinals, and a 2-0 loss to the Oaks Tornadoes. They would come out of that Northern Cass tournament with 3-0 wins against Wyoming Lidgewood, Tri-State, Central Cass, Lisbon, and then a 3-1 win over the Richland Colts, followed up by a 3-1 loss to the Thompson Tommies. Then they would go to the Des Lacs Burlington tournament, and they would a 1-1 tie that resulted in a loss due to points scored by our Redeemers. And then they would pick up a 2-0 win over Glenall and Hebron, and then a 1-1 tie/loss to Dickinson Trinity, and a 1-1 tie/loss to Medina Pingree Buchanan. That was on October 5th during pool play of the Des Lacs Burlington tournament. Then they'd pick up a 2-0 win over Center Stent and the Wildcats, and then a 2-1 win over the Park River Fortville Lincoln Aggies, and another 2-1 win over the Des Lacs Burlington. I think they're the Lakers, if memory serves me correctly. And then the Dickinson Trinity Titans would fall to the Grovers 2-0, bringing them into today's game against the Kindred Vikings. And that brings us to the home team, the Kindred Vikings. They're 9-7-3 on the year, 6-5-1 against Region 1 opponents, 5-4-1 in their last 10 matches, 3-2 at home, 3-2 on the road. They started off the season with a loss to the Hankinson Pirates, 3-2. Then 3-0 wins over Maple Valley and Sargent Central. They go to the Volley in the Valley tournament, which was in Castleton. And they would have a 1-1 tie/loss to Mayport CG, a 1-1 tie/win to the Tri-State Tigers, and then a 2-0 win over Des Lacs Burlington. They'd move on to the Gold Division of that Volley in the Valley tournament, and they would fall to the Thompson Tommies 2-0 and the Mayport CG Patriots 2-1. They'd come out of that Volley in the Valley tournament, try saying that 3 times fast, and then pick up a 3-0 win over the Lisbon Broncos and a nice 5-set victory over the Wyoming Ridgewood Warbirds 3-2. 3-0 win, sweep over the Tri-State Tigers, a 3-2 5-set victory over the Oaks Tornadoes, and a 3-2 5-set loss to the Central Cass Squirrels. After that, they'd go to the Lisbon-Enderlin Subway Classic in Enderlin and play Richland and fall in a 1-1 tie loss, and then win in a 1-1 tie. Actually, just be a straight 1-1 tie to Grand Forks Red River Junior Varsity. And then a 2-0 win over Ellendale. Then they'd move to the consolation bracket of that Lisbon-Enderlin Subway Classic, pick up a 2-0 win over Maple Valley and a 2-1 loss over Enderlin and a 3-1 loss to the Richland Colts most recently, bringing them into tonight's game against the Oak Grove Grovers. Both the Grovers and the Kindred Vikings have the Fargo Shields invite, which is going to be played at Fargo Davies, Fargo North, and Fargo South. The Kindred Vikings will be playing Mandan, Fargo Davies, and Sioux Falls Lincoln at Fargo Davies at 4:30, 5:45, and 7 p.m. And the Oak Grove Grovers will be playing Devils Lake, Sioux Falls, Washington, and West Fargo Cheyenne at Fargo North High School. And then on the 12th, these two teams may have some more matches, and the location of those matches will depend on the win-loss record of the matches that I just mentioned to you. And if they happen to be in the silver bracket after their matches on the 11th, then their games will be live here on the ND Sports Channel. So I have all the silver bracket games from Fargo North on October 12th right here live on the ND Sports Channel. So Grover fans, Kindred Vikings fans, if your team makes it into the silver bracket, your games will be live here on the ND Sports Channel, at least to the best of our knowledge based upon how it was explained to us how the courts are going to be set up. So we believe we'll have that. We'll have all the matches on Court 1, and then I think we'll have an update on Court 2. I think they're side by side. We might be able to get our camera on both of them, but unless we're super talented here, we can only call one game at a time. So we'll have to see how that works out. But keep that up as a possibility, because it could happen. You just never know. Taking a look at the standings here in Region 1. Northern Cass now 12-0 after their win earlier this afternoon over the Wyoming Ridgewood. If you missed that game, you can get the 24/7 replay on our website right now, msportsnet.com. And then under the Games button, click on Games on Demand. It's right there towards the top of the screen. Just click Watch, and you can watch that game again if you like. So Northern Cass is number 1. You got the number 2 team here tonight, the Oak Grove Grovers, 8-0 against Region 1, 17-5 overall. They come into this matchup on a 4-match winning streak. You got the Richland Colts right behind the Grovers at 6-3 in the region and 12-6 overall. And then you got Hankinson and the Pirates at 4, the Lisbon Broncos at 5, the Wyoming Ridgewood Warbirds at 6, Central Cass at 7, Enderlin at 8, and then the Kindred Vikings currently sitting in the number 9 spot of Region 1 with a 7-5 region record and a 10-8-1 overall record. And then right behind the Vikings, the Milner North Sergeant Bulldogs at 10, the Tri-State Tigers at 11, Maple Valley Raiders at 12, excuse me. And then the Sergeant Central Cadets will wrap up the region at number 13 in the number 13 spot. So Oak Grove, second in the region, they're currently ranked the 10th team in the state, while the Kindred Vikings, currently sitting at number 9 in the region, are ranked the number 44th team in the state. So if you look at regions and state for that matter, Oak Grove is both ranked higher. Obviously, for some reason I thought it was flip-flop, but it's not, trust me. So we're about 4 minutes away now from the start of this one here. We'll take a beverage break, and then when we come back, We'll have all the good stuff, such as starting lineups and all that other cool stuff when we return after this here on the ND Sports Channel. North Dakota Softball All-Stars podcast with Tim Howe keeps you up to date year-round on the sport of softball in the state of North Dakota. Coach and player interviews, who's moving on to play college softball, and that, well, guess what? That simply scratches the surface of this Grand Slam softball podcast. A new episode every week during the softball season and every month during the off-season. Listen anytime on demand on the ND Sports Channel, a Magnitude Sports Media Network station.
Diamond Academy and Magnitude Sports Media Network are providing a huge opportunity for high school athletes. Player profile videos shine the spotlight on a skill set required for a position in a particular sport. Whether you play softball, track and field, or any other sport, if you're a sophomore or junior, it's time to schedule your video. Most tapings take less than an hour and can save you thousands when a recruiter puts your name in the starting lineup for a college scholarship. For more information, click on Player Profiles at msportsnet.com or call us at 701-373-1843.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
Magnitude Sports Media Network is your home for all types of sports programming in a 3-state region. Over 500 previous games are available right now on demand. Since 2017, we've brought you an average of 275 games a year, including junior varsity and varsity matchups across 8 different sports. Now we're on pace for the same amount of games this year. It's a whole lot of sports, and it's all right here, where North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota teams play. This is the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
All right, welcome back here as we're getting ready here, seconds away from the opening announcements and the starting lineup. So we'll turn down this crowd microphone because I'm not sure if YouTube likes the song in the background or not. So just to be on the safe side and not tick anybody off at YouTube, we'll turn that down for the moment. We'll turn it back up when they shut the music off. And what do you know? They shut the music off. See, kept our promises. That's what we do here at the ND Sports Channel. At least we try anyway. So they'll start with the Oak Grove Grovers here, unless they start with the national anthem. We'll find out here.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the crowd. Welcome to tonight's Region 1 matchup between the Oak Grove Grovers and the Kindred Vikings.
All right, so we will take a break for the national anthem. Come back with your starters right after this.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
All right, welcome back. Nice starting lineups. They'll start with the Oak Grove Grovers first.
That was pretty good. Thank you everyone for coming out tonight. I know the roads weren't the best, but let's get into the starting lineup for the Grovers. Starting off at number 2, a senior, Julia Bogart. Next up, number 3, also a senior, Jaden Zeitz. And number 5, also a senior, Morgan Nyman. And number 7, also a senior, Carl Bird. And now number 9, a sophomore, Sophie Punsack. And next up, number 11, a senior, Natalia Kellerman. And last but not least, number 18, a junior, Sydney Olson. The Grovers are coached tonight by Julie Ventura, assisted by Emily Carr, Megan Roller, and Nicole Welch. Now, let's get on to the Kindred Vikings starting lineup. Starting off with number 2, a junior, Hope Rohrbeck. Next up, number 5, a senior, Taylor Striley. Next up, number 8, a senior as well, Trinity Holland. And now for number 10, a freshman, Casey Berner. And number 13, Abby Duchscher, a sophomore. And number 20, a sophomore as well, Taryn Johnson. And last but certainly not least, number 17, a sophomore as well, Jordan Sunram. The Vikings are coached tonight by Karina Ashburn, assisted by Ashley Fawnhorst and Mercedes Sweet.
So two teams will meet at the net here, shake hands, and we'll be underway here in moments. That wraps up your pregame show here on the ND Sports Channel. Once again, best of 5 sets. First one to 25 or to win by 2 in sets 1, 2, and 3 if necessary. Set 4, and if necessary, set 5 will be the first one to 15 or to win by 2. Crowd is loud here at Kindred, so we'll hopefully be able to talk over that crowd with no issues at all. Once again, the Grovers in their maroonish colored jerseys on the right-hand side of the net with the libero, Natalia Kellerman, a senior, in the white jersey. And then over on the left-hand side of the net, all in white jerseys, are the Kindred Vikings with blue numbers. And then their libero, Taylor Striley, the senior, will be in the blue Kindred jersey with the white tint, and we're ready to rock. And we're underway here in Kindred with volleyball match number 2 of the day. And we got here with plenty of time to spare. We thank those who joined us for that Northern Cass Wyoming Ridgewood game around 4 o'clock this afternoon. And we thank you if you stuck around and came back to us now here for this game between the Vikings and the Grovers. And the first point goes to the home team, the Vikings. And now the home crowd will sit down, and it is 1-0 as we forgot to turn on our scoreboard here. All right. And now it should work. And it does, and it doesn't. There we go, there's your correct score. 2-0. Now you can make it 2-1. Blocked at the net there. And a little miscommunication. He was trying to go up for it. It was Jordan Sunram, and standing right in front of her there was Trinity Holling. And serve will go to the Grovers, and we're tied at 2 as a result. We think this is working. It's not working here. We apologize. We're going to get this fixed and get it figured out. That should give the Grovers the lead at 4-2. And it does. Now we think it's working. We'll see you next time Kindred scores a point, which will come not right here. That'll drop out of bounds, and Kindred will score a point, and it's 4-3. And we're on business. Okay, so it took 7 points to figure out the problem, and we, once again, we do apologize for that. So now we're officially underway with the broadcast. Net violation on Kindred. So the Grovers lead 5-3. Serve from the middle of the service line is over. Here's the bump set. Now the set over to the far pin. That's Abby Dukeshire, and it's popped right back over. Now the Grovers will control it there. That's the set by Kara Berg and sent over by Julia Bogart near side here. Kindred will keep it alive, and that'll be sent over by the libero, Taylor Striley. And Striley will bump set it on the second touch to the near pin. Sent over, blocked, but falls on the Grover side of the net and give the kill to Jordan Sunram, the sophomore. And it's 5-4, and Taylor Striley, the senior libero, will have the serve here for the Kindred Vikings. Serves up and over. First touch there made by Kellerman. And goes on the attack, and they get it down far side. That's Jaden Zeiss. And it's 6-4 Grovers. And that's a kill from the near side here for Jordan Sunderland. Pulls the Vikings back within 1. Ball will roll into the hands there of Striley, and she'll toss it into the hands of her teammate, McKenna Broughton, a junior. Broughton standing serve from the near side of the service line is up and over. Here's the set and the attack. Julia Bogart puts it down for the kill. That's 7-5. So Morgan Nymiller with the serve, and now go up and over. Here's the set now from McKenna Broughton. Sent over, and somebody touched the net, and it was a Kindred Viking. That's the second net violation on the set for the Vikings, and now puts another point on the board here for Oak Grove at 8-5. Once again, first one to 25 or to win by 2 if you're not familiar with the rules. I'm assuming most of you are, though. But there may be one or two that are not, so that's how it works. The ball hits the tape as it comes over. Now Bogart from just in front of the 10-foot line puts it over. A nice running dig there by McKenna Broughton. Now the Vikings go on the attack with Abby Duchscher. Gets it down off the deflection off the hands of Kellerman. The Vikings pull within 2, and Duchscher will have the serve. Duchscher's serve is up and over. First contact is made. Now here's the bump set, near side. That is sent over there by Kara Berg. Vikings will go on the attack and send it out of bounds on an attacking error. Another point for Oak Grove, and they lead 9-6. Jaden Zeiss with the serve here. That serve is just barely up and over. At least I think it was Zeiss. Might have been Bogart. Get the jersey number here momentarily. And it was Bogart. And Nymiller with the kill there. 10-6. Once again, Grovers have not lost to a Region 1 opponent this year. As have their rivals from the north, if you want to call it a rival. It may be a recent rivalry, the Northern Gas Jaguars. So Bogart will continue on the serve. Serve is up and over. Striley made first contact. Now the attack from the middle of the back goes over the back line and out of bounds. Another point for Oak Grove, and it's 12-6. And the Grovers have doubled up here on the Vikings in set 1, and that will cause a Kindred Viking timeout. It's 12-6, set 1. Back in a moment here on the ND Sports Channel. North Dakota Softball All-Stars podcast with Tim Howe keeps you up to date year-round on the sport of softball in the state of North Dakota. Coach and player interviews, who's moving on to play college softball, and that, well, guess what? That simply scratches the surface of this Grand Slam softball podcast. A new episode every week during the softball season and every month during the off-season. Listen anytime on demand on the ND Sports Channel, a Magnitude Sports Media Network station. All right, we're back out of the timeout. Once again, it's Julia Bogart on the serve. Serve from the far side of the service line. Grazed the tape as it came over, and the Vikings will control it. Send it back on a bump there by Striley. The Grovers will control it, and they'll send a free ball that went a little bit too far off the push there by Nymiller, and that goes into the books as an attacking error for the Grovers and a point for the Vikings. And it's 12-7. The Vikings are within 5 as Taryn Johnson will have the serve here for the Kindred Vikings. Kellerman will make first contact. Here's the set to the near pin on the attack block at the net. That was Sydney Olson on the swing. Now from behind the 10-foot line, Grovers put it over, and the Vikings able to control. They'll go on the attack. Kellerman makes first contact. Set up there for Olson. Olson sends it over. Johnson got a piece of it. Now they have to get it over on this touch, and they do. Now the Grovers will control it with a chance to go on the attack with a bump set to the near pin, and it's sent over by Olson. But the Vikings will keep it alive and go on the attack from the near pin themselves and get the kill. It's Tina Fryer. 12-8. Taryn Johnson on the serve. Johnson, a sophomore, also plays basketball for the Kindred Vikings, and that serve is up and over and out of bounds. First service error of the match for either team, and the Grovers sneak one back. It's 13-8. Kellerman on the serve. Here's the bump set over to the far side. On the attack there is Casey Byrne to the freshman. Now the Grovers will control it, go on the attack of their own. Nice dig out there just in front of the back line, then bump back over to the Grovers. Here's the set, middle of the net, pushed over and down, and I believe that was Kara Berg. 14-8. As Kellerman will continue on the serve here for the Oak Grove Grovers. And Kellerman serve up over and out of bounds. That is the first service error, unless I missed one, during those first 7 points for the Grovers. 14-9. That serve, I believe that was number 8, Trinity Holland. It was. Somehow the Vikings keep that one alive. That was some good work there by Kindred. Olsen dug out nicely there by Striley. Now Kellerman. Here's the set, middle of the net on the attack, and that is put down by Jaden Zeiss. So Kara Berg serve over, back to the Grovers in one touch. Berg will set it up. Zeiss tried again, but got blocked at the net. Grovers able to control it. Now they go on an attack from the near pin, dug out by Striley. Now the set there by Trinity Holland to the near pin, and it's into the net by the swing by Jordan Sunram. And another point for the Grovers. Set over to the far side there. That's Sunram again, and that's into the net again. And another point again for the Grovers, and it's 17-9. Once again, the senior Kara Berg puts the serve into the net this time. Service error number 2, point for the Vikings, 17-10 as the Vikings enter into the double digit and slice lead down to 7. Serve just barely over. First contact there by Bogart. Now the swing from Zeiss in the middle of the net is tipped and controlled by the Vikings. And that's another block. Nice job there, and the Grovers will keep that one alive. Here's a set for Olsen. She sends it over. The Vikings keep it alive. Tip it over towards Dukeshire, who goes on the swing, and it's blocked off the tip. Point Grovers. 18-10. There we go, I had to fix another issue, and I think we got it fixed. 19-10 now in favor of the Grovers. Sent over, and it hits the, that's gonna go on a point for the Grovers. It hit the middle, the screen separator that separates this one gym floor into two. Fell on the Kindred side of the bench, and as a result, it's 20-10, and Kindred will take another timeout, and we will take another timeout as well. Back in a moment here on the ND Sports Channel.
Diamond Academy and Magnitude Sports Media Network are providing a huge opportunity for high school athletes. Player profile videos shine the spotlight on a skill set required for a position in a particular sport. Whether you play softball, track and field, or any other sport, if you're a sophomore or junior, it's time to schedule your video. Most tapings take less than an hour and can save you thousands when a recruiter puts your name in the starting lineup for a college scholarship. For more information, click on Player Profiles at msportsnet.com or call us at 701-373-1843.
Grovers up 10, and the Grovers have a serve with a chance to increase that lead. Morgan Neimiller will start things off here from the middle of the service line, up and over. First touch is made there, and Trinity Holland will set it up for Dukeshire far side, and it'll fall down wrong side of the net off a potential block there by Jaden Zeiss. And it's 21-10 Grovers. Nye Miller will continue on the serve, and that serve is up and over. Dukeshire sends it back over in 2. Kellerman gets the first touch. That puts it near side for Bogart. But the Vikings, nice diving move there by Striley, and that just goes out of bounds. Another point for the Grovers, and 22-10. Pretty good court awareness of where that ball is heading to there by Oak Grove. I believe that's Emily Stover, number 6. And if it is, she got an ace. And it is. Stover serve up and over and out of bounds. So it's 23-11 now, and the Vikings will have a chance to chip away at the lead here, as the senior Taylor Striley will have the serve from the far side. And that's off the bump of Bogart, and a little miscommunication there between Kellerman and Stover, and that results in an ace for Striley. 23-12. Down 11. Striley will get the okay to serve, and she'll put it up and over. Grovers will try not to miscommunicate this time as Bogart sends it over from the 10-foot line, where Striley will get the first touch, and they'll set it near side, and that'll be a point Oak Grove on the violation there for Kindred. So that makes it set point here for the Grovers in set 1. 17 minutes and some change into the match here. Nice hard serve up and over and an ace, and that will win the match here for Oak Grove, or win the set, they should say, as they'll take it 25-12. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, it'll be set number 2 here on the ND Sports Channel. I'll be right back.
Magnitude Sports Media Network is your home for all types of sports programming in a 3-state region. Over 500 previous games are available right now on demand. Since 2017, we've brought you an average of 275 games a year, including junior varsity and varsity matchups across 8 different sports. Now we're on pace for the same amount of games this year. It's a whole lot of sports, and it's all right here, where North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota teams play. This is the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
Diamond Academy and Magnitude Sports Media Network are providing a huge opportunity for high school athletes. Player profile videos shine the spotlight on a skill set required for a position in a particular sport. Whether you play softball, track and field, or any other sport, if you're a sophomore or junior, it's time to schedule your video. Most tapings take less than an hour and can save you thousands when a recruiter puts your name in the starting lineup for a college scholarship. For more information, click on Player Profiles at msportsnet.com or call us at 701-373-1843.
All right, welcome back. Let's move now to set number 2. Grovers will move to the left-hand side of the net, while the Vikings will be on the right-hand side of the net in their white jerseys, and the Grovers in their maroonish red jerseys. (25-12) to the Grovers in set one, as you can see there on your screen. Once again, best of 5, so we'll see if Kindred can even it up here, or if the Grovers will take 2 in a row. They'll start with a serve from Kara Berg, and it's up and over. Striley makes first contact. Holland with the set to the middle of the net, and it's blocked on the swing by Rohrbeck, and it falls down for a point for the Grovers. So Berg will continue on the serve. And serve from the middle of the service line will go into the net. Point for the Vikings, 1-1. 3 service errors in that first set. Now a total of 4 in the match so far for the Grovers. And the serve will go over to the flip side now to Jocelyn Hawkinson. Hawkinson serve up and over, and first contact made there on a knee sliding dig by Bogart. They'll send it back over in 2. Bump, now Holland with the set, back over to Abby Dukeshire, blocked at the net, and a diving one-handed dig by Striley, but the Vikings unable to capitalize on that opportunity. Nice play by Striley, but unfortunately for the Kindred fans, a point for the Oak Grove Grovers, and the serve will go back, this time into the hands of Emily Stover, the senior defensive specialist. 2-1, Grovers have the lead. That one will go out of bounds, and it's 3-1. Stover's serve is over. Here's the set from Holland to Abby Dukeshire near side, and Dukeshire will get the kill. And it's 3-2. Now the serve will go into the hands of Taylor Striley, who made that nice play, but teammates weren't able to capitalize on that one. Kellerman will make first contact. Running after it there was Kara Berg. Now putting it over from the far side is Julia Bogart for the kill. 4-2, and the serve will go back to the Grovers, this time into the hands of Jaden Zeiss, a senior middle hitter for the Grovers, and Zeiss's jump serve from the near side service line is a service error into the net, and a point for the Kindred Vikings, and it's 4-3. That's 5 service errors for the Grovers now, 3 in set 1 and 2 in set 2 so far, according to my unofficial numbers, and this time the serve will go into the hands of the junior, McKenna Broughton. Broughton standing serve from the far side of the service line is up and over. Here's the set and the attack from Oak Grove, and it's up and over, and the Vikings will control it. And now Dukeshire will have to bump it over from about 20 feet out. Now Grovers will go on the attack. Bogart up high, but the tip allows Kindred to keep it. And a nice little fingertip push over there by Abby Dukeshire. And now Bogart will put it down with some power. 5-3. Morgan Nymiller with the serve. It's up and over. First contact made there by Dukeshire, and now that's Taryn Johnson who put the attack over the net and also out of bounds. And now the Grovers have doubled up here, and if they can get another point, they might be able to sneak away from the Vikings, who have been kind of sticking in there. Their Kindred Vikings are calling for a tip, but I didn't see a tip, and neither did the official. Point goes to Oak Grove, 7-3. Serve up and over. First contact by Hawkinson. Set it up near side here for Tina Fryer. I want to say hi to Jamie Jacobson for subscribing to our YouTube channel. We appreciate that. Striley will send it over. Kellerman makes first contact. Here's the set by Morgan Nymiller, and that one comes over and diving for it. But man, that almost looked like a receiver in football diving for the pass and just missing it off the fingertips. It's 8-3. So Miller's serve is up and over once again. Had to get low as Dukeshire for that one, and now Stryler will send it over from behind the 10-foot line. Now they'll set it up for the attack for Julia Bogart. Far side, it was tipped and down for the kill. Unofficially, that is 4 kills for Julia Bogart according to my numbers. And it's 9-3, and that one will go into the net. That's the first point Kindred has scored since they got the 3rd point. And that's 6 service areas for Oak Grove now. 9-4. We'll see if Kindred can rally off a couple points here and get back to that 1-2 point deficit that they've been at for pretty much this entire set up until that short rally there by Oak Grove. That one just barely missed the line out of bounds. And now put the serve into the hands of the senior outside hitter, Julia Bogart. She'll serve it up from the middle of the service line here. Standing serve is up and over. Here's the Sourwoods back over in 2 instead of a set. Near side attack, Kara Berg, nice diving dig there. Couldn't quite see who that was. I want to say that was Tina Fryer, and it was. Striley couldn't get to that one as Bogart will get the kill again from the far side. And 11-4. Out of bounds, 11-5. And another service error for the Grovers. That's 7. 4 of them in this set. Taryn Johnson with the serve. Kellerman 1 touch back to the Vikings. Far side pin up and over. Controlled there by Oak Grove. They'll set it up far side. I believe that was Olsen. Yes, it was Sydney Olsen with the kill. Natalia Kellerman is a senior. She'll serve it up and over and serve it in for an ace. 13-5. And Kindred will talk it over. We'll take a beverage break and be right back. North Dakota Softball All-Stars podcast with Tim Howe keeps you up to date year-round on the sport of softball in the state of North Dakota. Coach and player interviews, who's moving on to play college softball, and that, well, guess what? That simply scratches the surface of this Grand Slam softball podcast. A new episode every week during the softball season and every month during the off-season. Listen anytime on demand on the ND Sports Channel, a Magnitude Sports Media Network station. All right, set 2, and the Grovers break free from the Vikings here. A 13-5 lead in the serve from Kellerman. It's up and over. Kellerman served an ace before that timeout and nearly got another one there. Now the Grovers will go on the attack. Blocked at the net. Grovers control it. And that'll be a net violation. The first one of the match for Oak Grove. 3rd overall between the two teams combined. 13-6. Bogart gets that one. And now Kellerman will send it over from near the back line. Here's the set, near pin, sent over. Kellerman tips it. Bogart will bump it. Far side for Olsen, who sends it over. Now the Vikings on 2 touches, and that'll be a net violation on Kindred, I do believe, and it will be. Abby Dukeshire the guilty party on that one. No, check that. Jordan Sunram the guilty party on that one. (14-6), make it 15-6 on the ace. Kara Berg picks up her first ace. And tack from the middle of the net is blocked, and that in on that block was both Sydney Olsen and Jaden Zeiss. And the Grovers go up 10. Ducher sends it over from the 10-foot line. Back over to the Vikings, and they have to chase it, and they will not get there. Point Oak Grove, and that makes it 17-6 and an 11-point advantage as the serve will go back into the hands of the senior rear side hitter slash setter, Karaberg. Kind of a soft serve, just made it over the net there and came down quickly. Speaking of coming down quickly, but on the wrong side of the net is the attacking error there for Oak Grove. Back to a 10-point advantage, and the serve goes into the hands of Hawkinson. Hawkinson's serve is up and over. Bogart makes first contact. Berg will set it up for Olsen, and Hawkinson will dig it out. Striley sends it back over. Berg. That one drops inside the back line on the swing there by Morgan Nymiller. 18-7. Nice ball placement there by the senior. Emily Stover now, the defensive specialist. A senior for Oak Grove has serve. And Kindred will control that, set it up for Ducher on near side. She puts it down on the kill. Now Taylor Striley will have the serve. Standing serve up and over. High arcing serve that goes to the far side of the court. Now they'll work it near side, blocked by Ducher, and make that Taryn Johnson as well. A tag teaming on the block there with Ducher. But it'll fall out of bounds for a point for Oak Grove. 19-8. Zeiss's serve up and over. And maybe got away with a touch violation there. Now a net violation on Kindred. That is the fourth net violation on the match. 2 in set 1, 2 in set 2 for the Kindred Vikings. It's 20-8 Oak Grove. And Oak Grove cruising here in set 2. Jump serve up and over. Here's the set for the attack, middle of the net. Looked like she was going to go up for a swing, then just push it over there with Taryn Johnson. Now the ball will come back over to the Vikings. Striley will bump it over far pin and trying to put it over with Sunram, but the Grovers, so 2 touches, give it right back to Kindred. Now a back set here for Abby Ducher in a diving one-handed swat there. Keeps the ball alive, and now a kill. I believe that was Sunram with the kill. That's 20-9. So the junior McKenna Broughton will have the serve now here for the Kindred Vikings. That serve is up and over. He's set up and bumped over there by Morgan Nymiller. Attack from the far side, and did that get tipped? It did, as it goes out of bounds and gives a kill to Tina Fryer. Back to a 10-point deficit. Can they cut it to single digits here? They can. That'll go into the books as an ace for McKenna Brock. Second ace of the match for the Kindred Vikings. The Grovers have 3. That's 20-11. Set far side. Julia Bogart changes that. There's her 8th kill according to my numbers. 21-11 Grovers. So back to double-digit lead there off the kill by Julia Bogart. Now the serve is up and over. There's a set by Broughton, far side. That is out of bounds. I can tell you that much for sure. Nymiller serve up and over. Striley makes first contact. Here's the bump set by McKenna Broughton, and then over, and the Grovers control it. Bump back over, free ball here for Kindred. They'll set it up on the attack for Ducher near pin and sent over. Just, oh really? I thought it just went over, but it must have hit the line right on the very edge, and that'll be a kill for Abby Duchscher. 22-12, back to a 10-point lead as the serve is over. Set, pushed over, and the Vikings will keep it alive. Nice job there by Taryn Johnson to get the kill. And the Vikings have trimmed that lead to single digits once again. Abby Duchscher will go on the serve here. And it'll be an ace for Abby Duchscher, and the Vikings slowly but surely trimming that lead on the scoreboard there for Oak Grove. Both teams now have 3 aces in the match with that ace by Duchscher. Bump back over, free ball. Duchscher makes first contact. Here's the set and the attack, and it goes down. No, it comes back. I thought it went down. The official was standing in my way, but the ball came back, and now it goes out of bounds. Point Oak Grove. 23-14, the Grovers ever so close to taking a 2-0 lead. Bogart with the serve, up and over. Striley makes first contact. There's a set by Broughton, and it's pushed over and down there by Taryn Johnson. Vikings sticking around here, 23-15. Sophomore Johnson with the serve. Kellerman makes first contact. There's a set there by Morgan Nymiller, and then it comes right back over and pushed down. Nice play there by Casey Berner. 23-16. Serve is over. Bogart makes first contact. Berg with the set, and then it's sent over, and it's popped by Casey Berner to keep it alive. I should say dugout, not pop, but we'll move on. I went off a tip there, and that goes in favor of Morgan Nymiller for the kill, and now it's set point for the Grovers at 24-16. Serve goal in the hands of Kellerman. Italia's serve is up and over, and the Vikings will control it. They'll try and go on attack from the near pin. Punched over, and they're going to call lift, I do believe. Oh, no, never mind. No lift on that, but a violation nonetheless. And another set win for the Oak Grove Grovers. 25-12, 25-16. The Vikings' backs are against the wall. We'll see if they can get a set back here, one set at a time, when we come back after this on the ND Sports Channel.
Magnitude Sports Media Network is your home for all types of sports programming in a 3-state region. Over 500 previous games are available right now on demand. Since 2017, we've brought you an average of 275 games a year, including junior varsity and varsity matchups across 8 different sports. Now we're on pace for the same amount of games this year. It's a whole lot of sports, and it's all right here, where North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota teams play. This is the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
All right, welcome back. As we head into set number 3 now. Kindred will sub in the libero there as Karen Johnson will get a breather. And now the ball will come to Kindred for the serve to open up set number 3 here. One final score that's in from AAA football. The Fargo South Bruins defeat the Fargo North Spartans 14-6. If we get any more scores, we'll pass them along to you. We were looking for the Kindred Wahpeton score, but nothing that I can find at this point in time. That one goes out of bounds, and the first point goes to the Grovers. Once again, the Grovers win. We're done for the night. Kindred will have to win out the next 3 sets to take the match. Striley will make first contact. Set now, far side for Sunram, and that's blocked at the net, and it'll fall down, roll out of bounds on the Grovers side for a point for Kindred to tie us at 1. And it's a point for the Vikings. I missed what happened there as I looked down at our statewide scoreboard, so I apologize. But it's 2-1 nonetheless for the Vikings. Service up and over. Here's the set from Kara Berg, and then blocked at the net. It's another point. Abby Dukeshire along with, let's see here, Hope Rohrbeck. And the Vikings starting out strong here in set number 3. We'll see if they can keep it going. That serve into the net, into the tape, and can't quite get it over, and that'll be another service error for the Kindred Vikings. Actually, they only have 2. One back in set 1, none in set 2, and then that one you just saw there to make it 3-2. Still in favor of the Vikings, with the Grovers with a serve and a chance to tie it up here. Serve will come over, one touch, now the set over to Dukeshire far side, who pushes it over, dug out nicely there by Emily Stover. I think that was only 2 touches as it came back over to the Vikings. From the bench, Dukeshire sends it over, and now Bogart on the attack and gets the kill off the tip. And we're tied at 3. And I'm out of room for her kill box on my stat sheet here. Have her down for 10 right now, I think. Yep, 10 is what I have her down for. Need to make those stat sheets a little bit bigger, I guess. Tipped over. Kellerman will keep it alive. Berg sent it back over in 2. It grazed the tape as it went over, and now joust for it at the net, and Berg set it, and running after it was Nymiller, not getting there in time, and the Vikings will score the point as a result and retake the 4-3 lead. Putting the serve into the hands of Taylor Striley. Striley serve up and over, powerful serve. That's touched by Kellerman. Settled for Bogart near side, and nicely done there by the Kindred Vikings to keep this volley going. They'll push it back over. It doesn't stay going for long as Morgan Nymiller picked up kill number 5 on the night. Tying us up at 4. Jump serve from the far side is down for an ace. And the Grovers take their first lead of set 3. Off the ace by Jaden Zeiss, her first and the team's 4th ace of the match. Zeiss's jump serve up and over. It was kind of punch dug out there, and now Dukeshire has to send over a free ball. Can the Grovers go on the attack? They'll go on the attack, but the Vikings will send it back over in 2 touches. 5-4 here in set 3. And that will go off the foot of Karen Johnson. That'll be a kill for the Grovers. 6-4. Time of the match, 45 minutes. And counting. Joust for it at the net. Kindred able to pop it back over, but it lands out of bounds, and a point for Oak Grove. And the Grovers taking their first lead at 4-3, tied at 4-4. Now they're up 7-4, make it 7-5 on the service error. Service up and over. First contact is made. Berg with the set, and that is Miller who sent it over. Out of bounds, but was it tipped? It was close, but a point for the Grovers. They'll take a 3-point lead. Bumped there by Broughton, excuse me. Now Broughton will set it again. Pushed over by that it was Tina Fryer. Kellerman sends it back over. Now Berner will set it up for Fryer, and no, into the net. 9-5. Grovers lead by 4. Service up and over. Striley makes first contact. Now Broughton sets it near side for Dukeshire, sends it over and dug out nicely there by Stover. Bogart on the attack. Kept alive there by the Vikings. Sent over to Dukeshire far side. Tipped at the net. Stays on the Vikings side. Now punched over. And here's a chance for the Grovers. And they will get the kill down from the far pin on the swing there by Kara Berg, the senior rear side hitter / setter, getting the kill that time around for Oak Grove. And it's 10-5, and once again, the Grovers have doubled up on the Vikings, and once again, every time the Grovers have doubled up on the Vikings in set 1, 2, and 3, it's been timeout, 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 Vikings, Vikings, Vikings. So, with that said, timeout number 3 for the ND Sports Channel. I think it's actually like number 5 or something like that, but anyways, we'll be right back.
Magnitude Sports Media Network is your home for all types of sports programming in a 3-state region. Over 500 previous games are available right now on demand. Since 2017, we've brought you an average of 275 games a year, including junior varsity and varsity matchups across 8 different sports. Now we're on pace for the same amount of games this year. It's a whole lot of sports, and it's all right here, where North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota teams play. This is the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
All right, welcome back. It's 10-5, Grovers lead over the Vikings here in set 3. And the Vikings have the Grovers have the 2-0 lead over the Vikings here on their home court in Kindred, North Dakota. Thanks so much for subscribing, for watching today. We certainly appreciate that. For the Wyoming-Lidgewood fans who weren't able to make it up to Northern Cass, glad you could tune in. And for the Oak Grove fans who couldn't make it here, we're glad you could tune in as well. And for even the Kindred fans who may not have been able to make it tonight, glad you were able to watch it in the comfort of your home, maybe near a fireplace with some marshmallows and graham cracker cookies possibly. I don't know, just making a guess. 11-5, Grovers have the lead now. Nice job there from the far side on the swing by Tia Fryer. She'll get the kill on another point for Kindred to make it 11-6, and the Vikings are within 5 as the serve goes into the hands of the sophomore Abby Dukeshire over the head of Kellerman out of bounds for a point for Oak Grove. Three service errors now for Kindred, 2 of them in this set. First one back in set 1. Send that back in, and Taryn Johnson will get it over. Tipped over there, far side by Kara Berg. Now Broughton will set it up, and did it land out of bounds? It did. Point Oak Grove. That serve just barely makes it over. Strider will send it over from behind the 10-foot line. Set up for the attack, and that will be down for a kill. Sophie Punsack on the swing there, and the point for Oak Grove, 14-6. Strider makes first contact. Broughton will set it up, and that attack goes into the net. 5 attacking errors in this set. for a total of 13 so far in the match. 15-6 Grovers, and make it 15-7 Grovers. Taryn Johnson with the serve. Kellerman makes first contact. It was set by Miller on the swing and the attack by, I believe that's Olsen, and it was. And now we have a whistle and 4 touches is what they're saying. First touch violation of the game for Kindred, according to my numbers here. 16-7. Could be an early night for us, folks. And if it is an early night, I'll spend a little bit more of it getting something to eat afterwards. Pushed over there. Nicely done by Kara Berg. 17-7, a 10-digit lead here for the... I said 10 digits. That's not quite accurate, but it's a 10-point lead. Push back over and down. Getting the push over there was Hope Rohrbeck. 17-8. And it'll be Hope check that. It'll be Trinity Holland on the serve. Here for Kindred. See if they can battle their way back into this one or not. Miller with the set. Near side sent over there by, that was Charlie Lang into the lineup here for Oak Grove. A set for the attack from the middle of the net. Ducha on the second touch, and that one's sent over. Now they can go on another attack here, and that's Charlie Lang sending it over again, and she'll get the kill this time. She's a sophomore. I don't have a position for her, but she's a sophomore, I can tell you that much. Actually, number 12 is not on the roster, but it's on another roster, so I'm guessing that's Charlie Lang. And that was a block. Charlie Lang was one of the 2 Grovers in on that block. (19-8). Holland bumps at it and sending it over is Dukeshire, and 2 touches. I don't think they intended to send it over, but it happened that way. Kellerman will have to put it over on that touch, and she does. Striley will dig it out. Now Dukeshire will set it. Bumped over from the 10-foot line there by Rohrbeck, and the Grovers will go on the attack. Pushing it over, and a nice diving dig out there by Dukeshire. Setting it up on the near pin, and they put it down for the kill. Jordan Sunram. 19-9. That serve is up and over. Kellerman will put it near side. Striley will touch up on it now. Pushed over by Sunran. Kellerman dives, and Sunran gets the kill. That's her 5th one, according to my numbers, and puts the Kindred Vikings into double digits at 19-10, trailing by 9. Trailing by 1 less than double digits. 3 points to Oak Grove's 1, and they could be right back into this. So they'll get one of those 1 to 3 points that they need right there. See if they can get the next 2. Serve is up and over. Berg with the set, and that goes into the net on the attack. Check my messages here. I don't have a message. Thought I might, but I don't. So we do believe that number 12 is Charlie Lang for Oak Grove. And if I'm incorrect on that, I do apologize. Well, Kindred got the 3 points that we were talking about. Let's see if they can get a little icing on the cake here and maybe get a 4th one before Oak Grove scores. That'll certainly help them out. There's no doubt about it. Nice dig out there by Dukeshire. Now the set to the near pin. Sunram sends it over and down. Kindred Vikings sneaking back into this one here. Thanks to Sunram, who's picked up a two for sure, possibly 3 kills in this set. That one goes into the net. Not necessarily match ending, but certainly not what you want to do after all that momentum was in your favor, and it just goes into the net. And so 20-14, 6-point advantage for Oak Grove, who now has the serve after several points scored by Kindred. Here's a set for Bogart, taps it over. Kind of a hard tap. Now a setup for Dukeshire, and that will go off Bogart's hands, and a kill for Dukeshire, who now has 5. That's a 5-point match, and the serve will go into the hands of number 5, Taylor Striley. Striley serve up and over. Bogart gets down low. Berg with the back set, far side, and the kill is down from the far side on the swing by Jaden Zeiss. 21-15. I was watching a Grover volleyball game. It was about maybe 2 weeks ago at max. Maybe not quite 2 weeks ago. It was a parent doing the play-by-play, and he said that his knowledge of the game was sketchy. I thought he did a really good job of calling that game, actually. And if he's listening, I made a comment on that particular video saying that you could join us on color commentary anytime here on the ND Sports Channel. So I have to watch the video again to get the name of that person because I can't recall it off the top of my head. But 21-16 as the serve goes back into the hands now of McKenna Broughton. Serve is up and over. Here's a set by Berg for Bogart, far side, dug out there by the Vikings. They'll set it up for the attack as Johnson put it over. And that one was blocked at the net. Dukeshire was one of the 2 Vikings on the block there. Bumped over, free ball here for the Vikings. Broughton with the set, Dukeshire on the swing. Diving dig out by Kellerman, but Dukeshire will get the kill. Well, this could be interesting here. It's a 4-point match, and Kindred looking pretty strong here in the late stages of this set. Berg with the set, Bogart blocked at the net, and another point here for the Kindred Vikings. One of those Vikings on the block was Tina Fryer. It might have been Taryn Johnson on the other one, but on the other half of that block, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Bogart will push it over with 2 hands. Striley will bump set it. Now Broughton with the set near side. Sent over and down, tucked it inside the back line. Tina Fryer with another kill, and it's 21-19. The serve for Broughton's up and over. Berg with the set. Bogart will go on the attack again. Dug out by Broughton. Or no, check that. Now Broughton with the set. And Dukeshire makes it a 1-point game with her 7th kill, and it's 21-20. So the Vikings battling back here. McKenna Broughton with the serve. A high arching serve up and over. Kellerman makes first contact. Berg with the set. Sent over there by Miller, and she puts the point down. And a long-awaited point for Oak Grove there as they retake the 2-point advantage. 7 kills for Miller according to my numbers, and a 22-20 lead for Oak Grove here in set 3. Vikings pressuring though. Serve is over. A little miscommunication there, but Dukeshire will bail him out. And then pushing it over was Taryn Johnson. And now Bogart on the attack. And a whistle comes. And they're saying it hit the floor. So Bogart will get the kill. (23-20) and a timeout on the floor. We'll keep it right here for that timeout. For Oak Grove unofficially, 5 attack errors. 8 service errors, 1 net violation for Kindred unofficially. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 attack errors, 4 service errors, 4 net violations, and 1 touch violation. Individual scoring for the Vikings. Unofficially, Hope Rohrbeck with a kill. Kenna Brown with an ace, Taylor Striley with an ace, Casey Burner with a kill, Tina Fryer with 4 kills and a block, Abby Dukeshire with 7 kills, a block and an ace, Jordan Sunram with 6 kills, and Taryn Johnson with 2 kills and a block. Oak Grove scoring at the next opportunity. They have to get it over on that hit, and they do. Here's the set. Bogart goes on the attack, and Bogart will get the kill, and it's match point for Oak Grove. So after Kindred battled all the way back to pull within 1, they haven't scored since then, and now the game could be over here soon for the Vikings. They'll send it back over. Kellerman makes first contact, tipped over and then blocked. Jumps for it at the net, stays on the Oak Grove side. Bogart from the 10-foot line. Striley will dig it out. Bumped over by Broughton, over to Dukeshire, goes up and dug out nicely there by Striley to save the volley and save the match for now. Hawkinson. Nice diving dig there by Dukeshire. Jumps for it at the net. The Vikings will have another chance. They send it over. Kellerman, Berg, middle of the net, tip, kept alive. Back to the Grovers. Kellerman. Nymiller sends it over and down, and Nymiller will win it for the Oak Grove Grovers on a very exciting set number 3. 25-20, you couldn't ask for a better set 3 than that unless you're a Kindred Vikings fan. Then I guess you could ask for at least 5 more points to make it a little bit better. But nonetheless, it was a great third set there by the Kindred Vikings. It just fell a little short there. After tying it at 20-20, they would not score again. And the Grovers would rattle off 5 to win 25-20 and take the match 3-9. Thanks so much for watching. Let's go over the Oak Grove Grover scores before we let we go, since we went over Kindred and didn't have a chance to go over the Grover ones. So unofficially, Julia Bogart with 12 points. Jaden Zeiss with 12 points off 12 kills. And then Jaden Zeiss with 3 kills, 2 blocks, and an ace. Morgan Nymiller with 7 kills. Emily Stover with an ace. Kara Berg with 3 kills and an ace. Sophie Punsack with a kill. Natalia Kellerman with an ace. Charlie Lang with a kill. And Sydney Olsen with a kill and a block. Once again, your final score. The Oak Grove Grovers defeat the Kindred Vikings on their home field, on their home court, I should say. 3-0, 25-12, 25-16, and 25-20. The preceding has been a presentation of the ND Sports Channel on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Have a great night and travel safe if you're traveling home.